think I just want to tell my story. Y'all want to hear it? So, I really just wanted to get on here and talk about my disease. Just wanted to tell my story because it is Endometriosis Awareness Month, and I wanted to be able to share my story so other people can know and bring awareness to this disease / disorder, autoimmune disease, whatever they want to label it as in 2026. So I'm gonna go back as far as I can remember. I remember getting my first period at 13. And I would say it was a fairly normal period for the most part, at least in the beginning. Was not too heavy. It lasted maybe about 3 days. I say when I got around 16 is when it got bad. It got bad around that time. And I wasn't taking medicine at the time. I was really afraid of taking pills. Swallowing things was never that was never my strong suit. So at the time I was staying with my dad and I was in so much pain. I thought I was gonna die. Literally, I thought I was gonna die. And I had to he made me take them. But even with me taking the pain medicine, it didn't really do a whole lot. So the time we just kind of just let it go past. But I think that's when it started. Honestly, I want to say, because it was pretty unbearable at that time. So after that, I would say once I got older and I had my first child, which was in 2019. I had not 2019. I'm so off right now. 2009 is when this happened. She's 16 now. Yeah, it got worse after that, and I noticed it because I would be bedridden during my periods, and even sometimes before my periods. They got really bad. I didn't find out what I had or what was going on until 2017. We going from me being 16 years old until I was 26 to actually get a diagnosis on what was going on. Every doctor would tell me, it's just a period and, it'll pass, and this is normal. Or, maybe you just need to change your diet and what you're doing. Is this, that, and the third? Nobody knew. Nobody really had a lot of information on this disease at that time. So I was suffering in silence at the time. But yeah, after years and years of being ignored, I finally found a doctor that would listen to me and actually be proactive and do what needed to be done. It was the first time I'd ever heard of endometriosis. Literally the first time I ever heard of it at that time. And he was like, "You have endometriosis." And I was like, "Huh? What are we talking about?" Like, I've never heard nobody say that before. And somebody actually put a name to it. I ended up leaving that doctor because I wanted a second opinion. He was talking about surgery and all this, that, and the third, and stages and this, that. I was like, no, this can't be happening. Like, no, to my surgery, I gotta remove some stuff and this and that. And I was like, no. So I ended up finding another doctor who was really well versed in endometriosis. She specialized in it, and I ended up going to her practice, and she confirmed the same thing. So, yeah, it took until 2016 for me to get a diagnosis. And technically, you cannot diagnose it completely until you have the surgery. Nobody can see it on an ultrasound or MRI or CAT scan. It has to be done surgically to find out if you have it or not. So this surgery was a mystery to me, trying to figure out what if it is or if it's not, or if I was just crazy in the head the whole time. And I wasn't sure. I was young. I didn't know what was happening. Um, but I went there that day. I believe it was sometime in February. Um, Scared out of my mind. I had got insurance policies put out on myself. I was like, just in case I don't make it, somebody like I make sure y'all straight. Like, yeah, I was insane. And plus I've never been put to sleep before, so it was really dramatic. So I was really dramatic. But I'd had 2 kids at that time. It's like I had to leave them something. I had a husband at the time. And I was like, what if I don't make it out of this shit? But needless to say, I'm here now. But one of the surgery, my surgeon is the best, and I kind of mad I don't see her now. But she's the best. She made the situation so calm and so like, don't worry about it. I got you. She's one of them doctors that give you a hug when you come into the office and just loves on you like you're a real person. And she really cares about your health and stuff like that. But I get there, long story short, I get there. Um, they go ahead and start and prepping me and all that. And um, all I know is they put the little mask over my face. So I breathe in a couple times and I was out. I don't remember anything um, that happened in that room. So I got up. When I finally woke up, my husband was there. He was telling me about, kind of trying to tell me what happened, but I wasn't really understanding him. It went until the doctor came in and explained it. She was like, "Well, Misha, we had to do a lot of work. We was in there for a long time." Um, she's like, "You had stage 4 endometriosis, which is technically the highest stage, just like cancer, 1, 2, 3, 4. Um, she said you had it on your ovaries, you had it on your bowels, you had it on your bladder, and on your uterus. Um, she said she had to have a bowel surgeon come in to remove it from my bowels. At that time, it was bad. Um, so they had to remove a small piece of my bowels just to get it off at that time. But yeah, she said that if I hadn't got the surgery when I got it, I would have had to wear a colostomy bag the rest of my life. Yeah, so the bowel surgeon had to come in to remove it from my bowels. And like I said, if I wouldn't have got it done when I got it done, I would have had to wear a colostomy bag the rest of my life. Um, so I am by the grace of God that I didn't have more issues at that time. I had I have had to have one more surgery since then. I just had it last year, 2025. It started to grow back, which there is no cure for endometriosis. Um, this is a what I would say pain and debilitating disease. In some cases, some people cannot work and just cannot function under normal circumstances. Um, for me, I was able to stay home with my kids for a while, so I didn't have to worry about the extra stress and work that comes with work. Once I finally did go back to work, most of my jobs I could not keep. Um, I was in so much pain that it was unbearable for me. Um, but after the surgery, things got better. It was like a regular mild period after the surgery. It wasn't until, let's say, mm, 2023, 2022 ish, is when I started to feel the pain again. Um, so I had another surgery done last year, 2025, and I ended up getting the hysterectomy done because I was done having kids. After my first surgery, I had my miracle child, which is child number 3, which I didn't think I could have, honestly, because we tried for her for like 5 years. This disease does cause infertility. Um, so I had her, and I knew I was done. I knew I was done then. So I had the hysterectomy done last year, and I have, of course, no periods now. I still have my ovaries. I have both of my ovaries, and I have a part of my cervix left. Um, but that has come with its own complications now. I do occasionally still have pain. Um, it's nowhere near what it used to be, but I'm still dealing with it. Um, and it's also caused me to gain a lot of weight since then. I've put on at least a good 30 pounds to be transparent right now. And that's what I plan on being with y'all, transparent. Um, and my doctor's now trying to figure out what's going on um, with my hormones and stuff like that, trying to get them balanced. But yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys. If you guys have any questions or feel like you might have this disease or you do, share down in the comments. I would like to, talk to you all about it. If you guys have questions, I'm definitely here to answer any questions that you might have. I might not know it all, but I have dealt with this for a long time. But I think that's it, y'all. That was my story. And I've been holding this story for a while. I haven't really put it out there unless people ask me about it. So there it is, y'all. It's my endometriosis story in honor of Endometriosis Awareness Month. All right, y'all. Bye.